So we saw the Infinity War trailer, and people are probably going to dislike our video and say that we're DC fanboys.
Okay, well let's make this one thing clear. This is like the first time we're doing a
specific trailer.
Yeah, like, well, I think it's clear that this is a production company where we do scaled content and film stuff. But I think we do a podcast where we talk about culture things, so we should make it clear that we have a right within that aspect to expand upon that and do other stuff where we, talk about the little things.
Yeah. So James,
I don't think people I don't think people are. I understand whether we have our audience, but I think there are some people that probably want to see us talk about specific things in depth, separately, instead of sitting through an hour and a half long podcast and have to shuffle through to find the bit they're looking for. So I think.
Right. Well, this is going to be like this is basically going to be like our Defenders video where we just talk about one specific thing.
Yes. Yeah. Expanding upon that. So we have a right to do separate things. So don't think that we're losing touch with our roots or going off at a completely different tangent like other YouTube channels. We know what we're doing. We know what we want to do here, and we're just expanding upon that.
All right. Cool. So.
Sorry for the long intro, but
No, okay. So Infinity War trailer. We were both kind of disappointed by this.
Yes, let's make that very clear too.
It's not a bad trailer. It's just a.
Well, of course, it's not a bad trailer. It's got 230 million plus views as of this time of recording.
Yeah, I mean it's
the most viewed trailer on YouTube.
Yeah, but I mean,
that means people liked it, right?
Yeah, totally. Just because something is well liked means it's totally good.
Did Justice League get these kind of views? I don't know.
I mean, fucking.
I should stop thinking.
I do want to do a Thor Ragnarok video, but that's a different issue. But fucking no. Okay. So fucking this there's nothing this trailer seems so by the numbers and so safe. There's no looking at it as comic book fans where we understand who Thanos is and the Infinity Stones and all of that. And they've been setting up the Infinity Stones pretty well in the MCU. I mean, right? You think so, James?
Yes. Most certainly.
But my thing is, nobody, just looking into this trailer is really going to know what's going on. A trailer has to stand up on its own. And sell it on its premise. Even for established properties. And this just looks like another Avengers movie, and that's not what Infinity War should be. This should be the big fucking event. This is the conclusion to a lot of these characters, or at least the beginning of the conclusion, since it's a two-part film. But
this is what 10 plus years of multiple movies has been escalating and building up to.
Exactly.
This should be, like you said, this should be epic. This should have more scale and more thing and more to it than anything we've seen before.
Right. This should be. I mean, this trailer should have been somber. This should have been This should have kind of had the tone of Batman v Superman. This should be a somber, depressing film.
Yeah, it should not have closed out on an epic shot of the Avengers.
Because how many shots of the Avengers are we gonna have? Is it a contract that in these contracts that they all have to have 3 or 4 money shots in the trailer? This should be fucking the somber, quiet.
Yeah, it should be it's an obligation that they have to show off shots of the team every couple of minutes so people remember what they're watching.
Well, and fucking I thought it was hilarious because did you watch any of the reaction videos to the trailer?
Hell no. Because, I think I've said it before, but I can't stand reaction videos.
Here's the funny fucking thing. You had so many people who were like, "Oh my god, Spider-Man's new outfit! Oh my god, fucking Vision's getting the stone taken out of his head? No, I didn't see that coming." Or fucking shit like that, and I'm like, and people were freaking out "Oh, that's such a great shot at the end." Or fucking people were like, "Oh my god, it's Thor meeting Guardians of the Galaxy." But okay, Number one, we all knew Vision was going to get the stone ripped out of his head because, you kind of have to.
Because comic books.
And, well, yeah.
If you know what's up.
Yeah.
Then you should have seen this coming, miles away.
Right. And why the hell did you release this before Black Panther? Because now there's no stakes in Black Panther.
Yeah, that was a movie I'm not a big Black Panther fan, but I was still going to see it because I thought, maybe this, kind of like the Thor movies over time, this might be something new for me to get into.
I'm looking forward to
I was hoping in the back of my mind that maybe this might be the movie to finally, introduce the dark shit that's going to happen in Infinity War. And now that we know that those characters are coming back, there's nothing.
Right. Although there is one hilarious thing I laughed at in the trailer, which I don't think I was supposed to. Like, okay, the shot when, Spider-Man, Peter's getting the spider sense and he looks out the bus window and he sees that giant circular portal thing. Okay?
Yeah.
Did no one notice that thing was being built? Where did it come from? Did nobody notice?
Did it just pop out of the fucking ether?
Right.
Just one day?
Right. Is that how it happened? Did everyone just look up and be like, huh, they're building a giant mechanical circle in the sky. Must be Wednesday. What? And then the spider sense reacted because, oh, hey, shit, there's a giant circle in the sky. We should probably deal with that.
At this point, his spider sense is Deus Ex Machina.
And I mean, that is kind of what it is in the comics,
Yeah, but at least in there, it's a part of the repertoire that makes sense.
Right.
In the MCU, they haven't expanded too much on that ability's potential.
Right, and it's just, like I said, it's just, it's and the trailer...
Spider sense is tingling. Holy shit, there's a mechanical donut in the sky.
Oh my god. Holy shit. There's a mechanical donut in the sky. But no, fucking, we gotta get Homer. He'll solve the donut problem. Donuts. But fucking no.
And I know I said this prior to, but how is nobody thrown off by the fact that Thanos fucking looks like Bruce Willis with red face?
Did you see that
with reddish purple face?
Did you see the thing where somebody made Thanos yellow and his chin they made it brown so it looks like Homer?
Oh my god. No, I haven't, but I need to now.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
The character, you could tell, in Guardians of the Galaxy that it was reasonably modeled after Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
So what the fuck happened here? Did they just lose? Did they just have a hard drive failure and just lost all of that? So they had to start from scratch. All right, what's the easiest and quickest face we can come up with to model Thanos after? Bruce Willis as Homer Simpson. Fuck it, let's make it happen.
Yeah. But no, fucking.
And they just did it.
Fucking no, I'm so okay. Fucking, there's no threat from Thanos in this. He just kind of shows up and he punches Iron Man. Okay. Fucking Aldrich Killian spit fire at Iron Man.
Yeah. He used his heat powers to wear through Tony's suits.
And to be fair, that was in the movie. The movie isn't done yet. Let's, all that. But if you're going to put a trailer out, because people were waiting for the Infinity War trailer. The Russos were very we're going to wait till the trailer's good and ready, and, we're not in a rush to do it.
They even played with our expectations by jokingly hinting at it at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yep.
It's been a process. It's been a wait.
Right. So, if this is the trailer that's best representing the film and the tone of the film at the moment, it's not somber enough. It feels too much just here's the thing. Avengers 2 trailer felt more somber than this.
Yeah, I remember watching it multiple times and thinking, holy shit.
This
is dark.
Yeah, we're going to a dark place in Ultron. And then Ultron wasn't necessarily that, but it was still not the first Avengers. It still felt like, and to be fair, it wasn't Infinity War, it was the sequel that was breaking the team apart.
Yeah.
And there's no even hint of that in this, where fucking, like, there isn't a scene, there isn't even, like, a hint of the tension between Tony and Cap.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, oh, hey, there's another threat. Let's just push aside all of our shit from the past and come back together to fight this powerful threat. Like, no, cue us into the emotional shit that these characters are going to go through and having to come back together. I mean, most of these characters have drastically changed since Civil War. I mean, Cap now looks like fucking Snake from Metal Gear Solid without the eye patch. Black Widow, for some reason, has blonde hair. Yeah. For some reason.
Yeah.
Tony doesn't look too good.
Yeah.
Thor's been through his shit.
Well, I mean, like, there's no, like...
it feels like they just drastically changed these characters to represent a passage of time and to make it seem like the events of that movie heavily impacted them, and I get the impression that that isn't the case. I feel like Civil War is going to be self-contained, and then we get to Infinity War, all of that's going to be swept under the rug so they can come back together and be a team again to fight Thanos.
Right, but, like, there should be a thing of, like... Because the Avengers are still active now under Tony.
Yeah.
But
I want to, like... Okay, we had a feeling... I had a feeling this was going to happen. I felt like he was gonna pick things up since... Technically, the original team is no more.
Yeah. And
but it was at least a scene where Tony and Cap are still pretty pissed off at each other. Like, have Tony fucking just punch Cap across the face, and Cap just shakes it off, and it's just like, I understand.
Mm-hmm. Or no, like, or you know what? You could have a scene where, like, one of them is like, once we do this, we're done. We're only here, I'm not here for you, kind of thing.
Yeah, we're here because of the greater threat here, not because we're settling our differences or anything.
Right.
This is for the greater good.
Yeah, it's just and then
even I feel like that's going to be non-existent considering the fucking letter that he gives Tony at the end of Civil War.
Right, and I bitched about that too. And I bitched about that, too, where it's like, oh, okay, we're just going to undermine everything of character development, of everything that happened in this film, but,
Did none of the actors stand up and shout bullshit at any of this?
Well, okay, to be fair...
Did anybody have the nats to stand up and say, I have a problem?
Well, let's not blame the Russos, maybe it was just... maybe it's just the studio,
I am not going to. This is not going to be one of those movies where I blame the directors.
Yeah.
The Russos have yet to steer me wrong.
Right.
Captain America: The Winter Soldier was epic. So one of my favorite superhero movies of all time, probably my favorite Captain America movie.
Oh yeah.
Civil War was great within its own right. I have my problems with it. I know you do too. Mm. But I don't blame that on the Russos.
Right.
I blame that on the bigger force at hand that put that movie together. They just did the best they could with what they had. And then I get the same impression when I look at Infinity War, like they're just doing their jobs to the best of their ability.
Right.
Whatever happens that becomes a problem is most likely a limit to what they were able to do.
And also, I mean, I'm of two minds of the opening of the trailer. Where, like, they go to the... Hold on. No, okay. No, well, like, they're doing the narration, like, the Fury speech of, like, there was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
Mm-hmm.
And they have all that. But, yeah, I thought that worked. It felt like just a series of shots. Like, honestly, this felt more like a teaser than a trailer.
Yeah.
And maybe it originally was a teaser.
Yeah, maybe this is their way of deceiving us, so when they drop an actual trailer, we're going to be surprised by what really happens.
Right, Do you think they're gonna kill Spidey in this?
No.
They could get the time gem and bring him back. Because that's what I'm worried about, is that they're gonna kill... Because that's gonna create a plot hole if, like, some actors are done after this movie, and they die, but they have to bring back other characters. Why don't they use it on them? So...
Yeah. Use this on the people that are on the ends of the ropes. Like Chris Evans.
Yeah. You know.
I sound like I'm harping on this too much, like I really want this to happen, because I really want this to happen. Not because Cap dying sounds like a complete no-brainer that should have happened by now, because comic books, but because outside of this, depending on what you know, Chris Evans has been doing this for what seems like a fair amount of time.
He's been doing this for almost 7 years.
Yeah. I think it's time to let him spread his wings and go on to other things that he wants to do. This is an obligation for it. This is an obligation, just like everybody else, because
it's not like he doesn't like. It's not like he's regretted doing anything with Marvel.
Well, I'm saying like for him, this is a job that he's making the best of. I'm not assuming that. That's just my guess.
Mm-hmm.
For what all we know, he could be singing a different tune. But from what I think, this is nothing more than just a simple job. He's making the best of his situation, having fun with it, with it as a person, with his co-stars, all that. But please, let this, let this guy go. Let this be the start to show that there are real consequences to these movies.
Right, and then
like off key characters.
Well, and then also like Robert Downey Jr. just kind of like, it's time for Iron Man to go.
Yeah, I mean, you could take a page from the comic books, the more recent comic books, where he passes the mantle on to someone else. Yeah, be an excellent opportunity to get a lesser known name into the spotlight of these movies.
You know what would be hilarious? Is if fucking like Tony dies and he leaves everything he owns to Peter.
Oh God, Parker Industries at one.
No, but like that would be fucking like he I don't know. I think that would be kind of cool because Tony has kind of become Peter's dad at this point.
Yeah. Well, mentioning the Spider-Man dying thing. Because this guy's just getting started. Tom Holland is great as his character. There are things here and there that I have issues with, but not deal breakers. I love this guy as Spider-Man. He's great.
Oh yeah, no, I mean he's great.
Killing 2 movies in, well, 3 movies in.
Well, because they're gonna bring him back. I'm not saying permanently.
I think the only reason that would make sense is if they wanted to do a complete 180 and surprise people with 2 things. Miles Morales actually being in this universe and becoming the next Spider-Man, or going the more obscure route and throwing people off even more by making Ben Reilly the new Spider-Man.
Oh, Ben Reilly.
Ben Reilly would be awesome, because we and many other people that actually know who this character is would be like, yes, yay, do it, Ben Reilly. The Scarlet Spider, yes. And then I would imagine there's going to be billions of people on Instagram like, who?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that reaction. Like, who the hell is the Scarlet Spider? That doesn't sound right. Yeah. Like,
why does his costume look like he made it at home?
Fools, you have so much to learn.
So much to learn. But no, fucking But yeah,
that's if only they really wanted to fuck with some heads.
Yeah. But no, like I said, it would be. I would, because we have that scene where Peter's like, "I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sorry."
Yeah. I think this is really going to be his. I think this is really going to be him becoming Spider-Man.
Well, and I'm also thinking that like
getting the shit kicked out of him by Thanos.
Yeah. Well, he fucking pile drives him with one fucking hand.
And just like, holy shit! He's just a kid. Go easy on him.
Mm-hmm.
I understand he has this kick-ass mechanical suit that looks like shit, but he's just a kid. Come on.
He's never even kissed a girl yet. You know,
he's still young.
He's so young.
Not really. He's the same age as me, just playing a 15-year-old.
Jesus, I know. He's like 5. He's like 5 years.
As a teenager.
He's 5 years younger than me, which is just weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I look at him like, I could not pass for a teenager these days, but somehow he can.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I know. Fucking, but yeah, like, it's just...
well, what else?
I mean, do we have anything else? Because, like, we're at 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of pissed that we don't see Guardians of the Galaxy until the end of the trailer.
Right? Like,
one of the biggest things they advertised while they were still fucking shooting the movie was that Guardians of the Galaxy are going to be in this film. Like, their first actual teaser for the movie was Robert Downey Jr., Chris Pratt, and Tom Holland talking about the movie.
Yeah. And
yet, Guardians of the Galaxy aren't seen until the fucking end.
And they don't even say anything.
They should have been in that lineup.
And they don't even say anything. They
don't even fucking say anything.
You know?
They don't, oh, jeez.
You know.
This trailer is,
you know.
I'll give them credit for, you know, making a convincing trailer that, because look at the numbers for this thing. It's currently the most viewed video on YouTube, so it means they did something right.
Yeah.
But for those of us that can see through the cracks, understand what's really going on here. Like,
well, I'm just hoping the next trailer is better.
Yes. Fingers crossed that they maybe realize that there are some people that might have not been completely swayed by this and have. I doubt that's going to happen because I don't know how many other people are out there that are like us that are like, you know what? I didn't think it was all that great because I don't think I said it yet. I pretty much shrugged my shoulders at this trailer. I just sat through it, straight face, shrugged my shoulders, got up and did something else.
I mean, like,
that's it.
Like, I mean, you know, it should, you know.
Look, the movie looks great from a technical standpoint. It looks fantastic, but I've pretty much seen this. I've been pretty much seeing this same pattern in Marvel movies for years now.
Yeah, and this was the chance. This was their chance to break free of that. James?
Yeah, this should have been an opportunity for them to. Yes.
Oh, sorry, you just stopped for a minute. You cut out for a minute.
Oh, jeez. Technology, folks. Two steps forward, one step back.
But no, like, I mean, it's just this was their chance to break free from it, and they didn't take that chance with this trailer. But
they didn't take the risk. They didn't want to be Dawn of Justice and try to break ground.
Oh,
that's a bad example, but
bad example. Abort joke.
No, but again, at least a movie like that at least tried.
Well, it tried to be something different, and this is like
another something different.
This is another Marvel movie.
Yeah, like you can call it Avengers: Infinity War Part 1 (parentheses bottom of the page, like bottom of the title), just another fucking Marvel movie.
Yeah, you know. Just by this trailer. We're not saying that the movie's going to be shit. Just by the trailer, which they chose to represent the film.
Yes, like I'm not shitting on the very painstaking
and hard work that these guys are doing. I'm just saying. I mean, we're just saying we feel that the trailer is kind of underwhelming, which makes us worried for the film.
Yes. I'm probably going to enjoy it as another Marvel movie, but I'm worried because of how this trailer represents the movie so far.
Right, and why are the Defenders not here? I'm still disappointed the Defenders are not here.
No, that could be the end of the next trailer.
Is the Defenders show up?
Into the next trailer, like shit's going down, or like. We're pinned down. Shit's going wrong everywhere. We need extra help. And then somebody kicks down the door.
And it's Frank.
and then it's Luke Cage, and it says somebody order Heroes for Hire, and then the Defenders, and then there's the Defenders in their formation.
That would be great if everybody was there but Danny.
It's like, oh yeah, he called him for a sick day.
No. This is what you do. You cut away, and Danny's like in the middle of a field somewhere, and he's like, "Damn it, they gave me the wrong address again."
You assholes! We were gonna go fight some supervillains. We were gonna make a difference. We were gonna save New York.
We need to save our franchise, Danny. We have to think about the future of our brand.
Exactly.
We have to think about the future.
We don't have the amount of resources that the big boys have in these movies.
Yeah.
We have to think collaterally.
Well, and I'm just saying, you don't need to give them big parts, but I think that would be cool, just to have them show up, especially if we're gonna have a fight in New York. If there's a giant metal circle in the sky, you're telling me Luke and Jessica, well, maybe not Jessica, but Matt and shit like that.
Well, it could just be like Luke and Matt notice the shit going down in the city.
Yeah.
And they're like, Jessica, did you see this shit? What does this mean? We gotta do something. And then again, just give Danny the wrong address, because fuck him.
Yeah. Danny just gets the wrong address.
No, they just permanently bench him and just call Frank up and say, hey, I know our morals and our ideals aren't exactly the same.
But here's the thing: we don't like you killing people. These are aliens. It's fine.
Yeah, the circumstances are a little bit different. That what you do is okay for once. Mm-hmm. So why don't you come on down? Help us protect the actual city, and let's see where that goes.
Because I want to see Rocket Raccoon and Punisher team up.
Yes, they're shooting down aliens side by side.
Yes.
And Frank is just constantly looking next to him, like, why the fuck am I shooting guns with this tiny ass raccoon?
And then Rocket's like, stop calling me a raccoon!
It's like, whatever, all this sci-fi shit's going down, it doesn't matter. We're making a difference.
Exactly. I want to see Rocket.
I want this to happen.
I want Rocket and Punisher to team up. That'd be great.
I want the Defenders to show up, minus Danny, because fuck them. I'm currently giving the finger to Danny. You can't see it, but that's what I'm doing.
Hashtag Ironfuck.
Ironfuck? Damn, we never spread that.
Whatever.
Season 2's gonna come around. We'll do it then.
Hashtag Ironfuck.
Ironfuck.
We ever make a short? We need to make a short film about people watching the Defenders, and then we'll just put that line in the dialogue. Hashtag Ironfuck.
No. The short film could be the Defenders have an intervention where they axe Danny.
Oh, this is great. Okay, we're so doing that. But no, fuck it.
We need to have a talk.
Yeah. Do we have anything else? Because we're at 28 minutes. I mean, we could go another 2 and make it an even 30. But I think we kind of talked about what
you say. I think we covered all the points.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the takeaway from this is we're not shitting on the movie. Mm-hmm. We are clearly just unimpressed, in a way, unimpressed and unfooled by what this trailer's dishing out, and we and the audience alike deserve better.
I think this is a really safe first trailer, and we were expecting more, and we didn't get it. Maybe this is part of the plan. They didn't want to jump the gun, go to the uber depressing trailer as its first real look at the movie, which that's understandable. I guess in a sense that can be respected. Because we have to sell it to the kiddies.
We have to sell those action figures. We have to be like George Lucas. We got to make that walk-in cheddar off of all the toys we're going to sell.
Exactly.
And the inevitable Lego video game we're going to make.
Exactly.
And the Avengers project. Whenever the fuck that gets fully unveiled.
Who knows?
We have all this merchandising that we're going to do. We're going to make millions to billions off of this.
But I think
if I'm being dramatic,
right?
I don't think that's what this is really about. It's just
but fucking
trying to convey this big epic, quote unquote, conclusion of this era for audiences.
I don't have anything else about Infinity War. Do you have anything else?
hey, the showrunners for the Netflix shows, here are prayers.
Here are prayers.
Put the Netflix characters minus Iron Fuck in part 1 and 2.
Yep.
Or hell, hint at them in part 1 and actually put them in part 2 to make it more epic.
Right. So
whatever works.
All right.
Just no more Iron Fuck.
All right. Well, see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Peace.